All right, so in this video, I'm just going to quickly talk about some of the different platforms that are out there where you can host your blog. And depending on the type of blog that you're going to have, you might, and experience with websites, you might choose to have your blog in different places. Okay, so these are probably the 7 most commonly used blog platforms. And so the first one is WordPress. Now with WordPress, there's 2 different options. There's WordPress.com where you can go and they host the site for you and you can create a blog. There are limitations in terms of if you're wanting the blog to be a part of like a website that you want to be able to add plugins to. There are some limitations to having it a hosted WordPress site. Then WordPress also gives you the option that through most hosting accounts, you can have one-click installs to install a WordPress website and be able to have it self-hosted in your own hosting account. So that way you have access to your files, all of that kind of fun stuff. Now, WordPress is the most used blogging platform, CMS, in the world. And primarily, people don't really use it just for blogging anymore. So it's probably at an unfair disadvantage because so many websites are just built with WordPress. But that's also an advantage because you know that it's being supported and you know that the community is going to continue working on it. For myself, I know how to manage websites. So doing a self-hosted WordPress site would not be an issue for me. But if you're the type of person that doesn't want to deal with technology, you just want to be able to, kind of sign up, set it, forget it, then some of these other choices would be great for you. So there's Blogger. Blogger is, and I'll just go to the website. There's Blogger, which you can create blogs fairly quickly. There is limitations to what you can do on it, and when you do it, you get a free domain, but it's a blogspot.com domain, or you can buy a custom domain as well. With Blogger, one of the cool things about it is that you can earn money because Google AdSense can automatically display relevant targeted ads on your blog post. So you can earn income, but unless you're driving a lot of traffic to your blog, it will probably be pretty minimal. Blogger is created by Google, so you know that there's a solid platform behind it. But also another thing with Google is that they are known for discontinuing different products, and so that would just be one thing. That's why I always prefer to have a self-hosted blog, because then I know that it doesn't matter if a company shuts down. I have my website on my server and I just feel more comfortable doing that. Okay, so after Blogger, there's also Tumblr. And so Tumblr is really little tiny micro bits of content. So it can be stories, photos, TV shows, dumb jokes, anything you want, Spotify tracks, MP3s, but it's really more like almost Instagram style. They're just really short micro bits of content. And so this wouldn't be, if you wanted to do long form blog posts, it probably wouldn't be the platform, but if you do like that short, kind of quirky, smaller format, similar to Instagram or Twitter in terms of the layout, then you probably would like Tumblr a lot. All right, and so the next option I'm going to look at is Weebly. Weebly recently kind of adjusted their model a little bit, and so Weebly is really like a drag and drop kind of builder that does have blog functionality. So if you're looking for an easy to use system, then you might prefer Weebly. For myself, because I am a designer, I wouldn't go this route, but if you want to have something that's really quick and easy to implement, then you'll definitely enjoy Weebly. Another one that's similar to Weebly is Wix. So you can create, it's a drag and drop builder, you can drag widgets onto the site, and it does have this blog functionality. So you would be able to have your website and your blog hosted within the same site. There are restrictions with Wix, so what I find is people get started, it's a good place to start, but then you'll find that there's other things that you want to do. SEO within platforms like Weebly and Wix can be more difficult because they don't give you as much access to things that you need, but they are really easy to maintain. You don't have to worry about updating the CMS or plugins like you would with WordPress. So that is definitely an advantage. All right, so there's Squarespace. So Squarespace is not a drag and drop builder. So you choose your template and then you kind of build it based on the template. So this is more, it's not really like a drag and drop builder, so you can't drop your own widgets on. It's really like you pick the template and then from there you fill in the template. And they do have a very basic blogging ability, so you can have a blog, but it's not, it's just like a generic blog. It's not super robust, but it definitely does the trick. And then another one that I like, because there's so many people active on it, is Medium. So Medium is, you can actually go on and see what other people are sharing. So this isn't like a closed community in terms of like you have your blog, you create your blog, and that's just it. What I like about Medium is that people can search on Medium. They can see, you know, what people are sharing from all different authors. And so I like that about Medium because it does allow your content to be found in ways that isn't necessarily you just trying to push your content out there all the time. So it is self-hosted. I don't believe Medium gives you a domain name, but maybe I'll have to check on that. But I do like Medium, and a lot of people like to put their content on Medium even when they have a self-hosted blog, just because it's a great way for you to kind of get your name out there. So yeah, so these are the different types of blog posts, blog platforms that are available. And really it's just up to you in terms of what you want to do. You know, do you want WordPress because you're going to want all the robust features of a blogging platform? Do you want something like Blogger or Medium that's very simple to use? Do you want people to be able to find your content without you having to push it out? That would be Tumblr and Medium. Or are you wanting something that's drag and drop that you could add a blog to because you want it to be a website as well? That would be Weebly and Wix. And then Squarespace is more like clean templates that you like the design of, that you don't want to customize much, and that you just want a basic blogging platform. All right, and if you have any questions about where to host your blog, you can always just drop in the Facebook group, leave us a line, or if you want to submit it as a question, as a coffee, Ask Me Anything Coffee Club question, you can do that as well. So in the next video, we are going to be talking about blogging and social media and how that works together. See you there.